Welcome back. It was last April that Monique Vek appeared on Dragon's Den looking to get some feedback about a specialty line of clothing that she created. And last night it aired finally. The segment from April aired on CBC, and we welcome you back to the show.
Thank you. I'm so glad I can finally tell you guys what happened.
So what happened?
We did... Well, I'm going to call this basically the day after getting the exact deal that we wanted.
And what deal was that?
Our number one goal was to get to air. We accomplished that. Our number two goal was to make the absolute best deal that we could for our business. And we accomplished that too, because we were able to keep our entire company. We had no deal on Dragon's Den.
So most people are listening to this thinking, what do you mean no deal? Wouldn't you want that backing from one of the dragons? But what's your reasoning on being happy about not getting that?
Well, I was only asking for $50,000 for 20% of my business. Our business is almost at $500,000 in sales. So clearly, I didn't want to give up 20% for $50,000. But what I did want, the only thing that would have been nice about getting an online deal is, one, you would get some sort of an online validation handshake type of a deal, but I never really would want to close on that. And two, I sure would have loved their Rolodexes, because they are all smart business people and they're there for a reason. So it would have been really great. Because they're going to be able to open up doors and windows faster than I possibly could. So in that regard, gosh, yes, I would have loved to have had that connection, but that doesn't mean I still can't get it. It's just I didn't get it on air. So.
Okay. Of course, we have the video from what transpired on the show last night. Let's take a look.
Hello, Dragons. My name is Monique Vek from Monty Creek, British Columbia. This is Nigel, my magical unicorn.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, he talks.
Arlene, good to see you back.
Nice to see you.
Joe, you're looking pretty fresh.
Thank you.
We are here today seeking $50,000 for 20% in our company, M Sports 6. It was July 2014, 43 degrees, and sweat was running down my back as I was getting ready to compete with my horse. I remember thinking to myself, man, I wish I had my cycling jersey on. It is so much cooler. Once home, I thought, well, why can't I? The only thing stopping me is the requirement of a collar and cuff. So we cut the collar and cuff off some old shirts and sewed them onto my existing cycling jerseys. A few weeks later, I wore them to a competition. They were a hit. So I thought, let's make an original and sell them. And now, 2 years later, we've noticed an interesting shift in who is buying our clothing. A new market had come to us, a taboo market. A market.
So essentially, you started marketing your shirts, as we know from the last time you were here, towards people who, women who have menopause and hot flashes. And this became the industry that you went after, the market that you went after. But at the end of the day, the Dragons said no.
Yeah, absolutely. Still now, the menopausal market is only about 10% of my sales. 90% is still equestrian. But equestrian and Dragon's Den isn't near as interesting as bringing menopause to Dragon's Den. So the whole point was, one, how do I get to air? I brought a talking unicorn on set.
What motivated that's your son, isn't it?
Yes, he was 14 years old at the time. It's fun, and our family is all about having fun. I mean, if you're not having fun, then something needs to change. And I figured, how do we stand out and how do we guarantee that we're gonna go to air? We make it entertaining. And nothing is more entertaining than a talking unicorn that seems to have zero relevance to the entire pitch, short of being funny. And it makes it stand out. It got us our big laugh. It looked amazing seeing the silhouette going across the stage, and it actually worked very, very well.
What were the reasons that the Dragons said no? I know I watched the segment. Arlene Dickinson felt that people who are women who are in menopause don't. If you're having a hot flash, it doesn't matter if you're running around naked. You're still going to feel it. That was her reason. Manjeet Minhas, I'm not sure if that's how you say it. She was the harshest of the bunch. She said she just didn't like it.
Yeah, and that's the other thing with television and of course prime time is it's always edited to make it seem a little bit different than how it was. Manjeet wasn't near as mean as they present her, especially on you know that. So sure, she said those comments, but some of them are taken a little bit out of context. So it's not. She wasn't near as mean as they presented her.
Sure.
You know, and. I mean, as to what Arlene had said, I mean, yeah, I'm not stopping hot flashes, but I'm sure going to help you cool off a heck of a lot faster when you have one. And that is what the shirts do very well.
Let's take a look at your new line. We only have about a minute and a half.
Okay.
So overall, where are you in sales as we take a look at these? Tell me a
so
little
we
bit.
are coming. So we have 2 riders heading to the Canadian Finals Rodeo. These are top 10 in all of Canada. These are a couple of the shirts that are heading there. And we also have 1 rider that is in the top 15 in all of the world. She is going to the National Finals Rodeo. We have just started doing men's air-conditioned safety shirts. We get asked for these a lot.
Look at that. They look like they're made specifically
100% UV protection. They keep you very, very cool. This is something new for us we're trying. And I'm only showing you the jacket. This is for a curling team.
No kidding.
Out of Victoria. This is their jacket. I am not going to show you the actual curling shirts, but I promise you, when you see them on television, you will know it's ours.
That is so cool.
It's so cool.
So you're doing well. Where are you guys at with sales right now? Like you're still booming along.
We are still, we have been growing year after year. We just keep growing. It's fun that we're expanding into more and more different markets. Again, we're still in the menopausal market, and it's just expanding more and more. Again, equestrian is still our hugest market at 90%. But I mean, it's fun to see where this is going to go now that the curling market is in there, and also the safety wear. A lot of that. I cannot wait to get those onto some construction crews, and they'll feel the difference.
So in closing of this segment, you would say that excellent exposure, great opportunity to get known by people.
Yes.
It only helped you. You're feeling good about it.
It was, if I had to repeat the entire thing all over again, the exact same way, 100% I would do it again.
Good for you. Good for you.
Thank you.
Great to have you on. I'm getting the big wrap it up sign,
Absolutely.
so I'm going to have to throw to a break. But we wish you continued luck.
Thanks so much.
As you develop this. msport6.com. You can go there to find out what's new and exciting with all of the clothing that she's putting on. You might end up buying something. You never know. We'll be right back. Stay with us.